So as a video editor, you can work full-time or freelance, and both of them have their pros and cons. So I've had the opportunity to work full-time as a video editor, and right now I work as a freelance editor, and I've learned a bit of both. So for instance, like if you work as a full-time video editor, it's great. You work for a production company, you get your brief at the beginning of the morning when you come in at work and use their computers, use their software, they pay for everything. And you just do the work and you get paid every month without fail. It's still a lot of pressure and you don't earn that much, but you earn like a decent salary. Also, what sucks about working full-time is that, you might find yourself working late to the night, working mornings, and you will not be paid for overtime. And another thing is you don't own the computers, so maybe you can't edit stuff because you work from work, you don't have your own computer. That can suck when you're working full-time. But a nice pro about working full-time as a video editor, you can work under a production company. You can be more chilled, you can be more relaxed. That there'll always be work, you'll always be getting paid. And then the other side of it is working as a freelance video editor. As a freelance video editor, you get to be able to make more money. Like for instance, as a full-time editor, depending if you're like a mid, you could earn from 18K to 30K in a month. But as a freelance video editor, you can earn like 3K a day or 4K a day, or all the way to 6K a day. And the more days you work, the more money you make. You see, like as a freelancer, you could make your salary of a full-time editor in a week, so you can make a lot of money. But the downside of being a freelancer is that it's a lot of work. You need to be really good. You need to be really fast. To have your own machine. You need to be fast. You need to be experienced. You need to be marketing all the time, networking. You need to be putting yourself out there. You need to build an online presence so that you need to be getting constant work, because it's not like when you're working full-time. You're working full-time, you don't have to look for clients. The work is always coming and your boss gets the clients. But when you're working freelance, you have to put yourself out there. You need to be really, really great. And you need to be sharpening your skills all the time. You need to be like trying to be better, networking, learning new softwares, learning about new plugins, and being on the cutting edge. Sometimes working as a freelancer is tough because, sometimes you have quiet moments, sometimes you have hectic moments. You work so much, you get so tired. And also another thing about freelancing, your deadlines are so tight. So usually a job that was supposed to take 3 days, they'll ask you to do it in 2 days. That's where the speed comes up and the pressure comes in. And usually you have to have your own machine, you have to take care of it yourself, make sure you have all the things you need, because usually you'll be working by yourself from home, or you're working at the companies that you're freelancing for, the clients. But yeah, one of the biggest things is that you need to be putting yourself out there and marketing like crazy. Obviously there's pros and cons for both. I would think that like if you're still young, maybe try to get a job at a production company. But if you can't get one, you can still freelance and like build your skills and try to get better so you can get more work. So it all depends on what you want to do. But I'm just saying freelancing is really tough, but it can make a lot of money. Working for a company can be really great, and it can be a nice thing, a nice place to learn for the first 2 to 3 years, learning how to edit, sharpening your skills without having too much pressure.